Hi, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura Wilson, and I teach you ways to modify exercises to improve your fitness no matter what. So today we're going to work on balance, and this is going to be a little bit of a balance workout. So be prepared for that. You can do this with or without shoes, and you don't really need any other equipment. I will recommend getting near a wall or having a chair nearby, however, just in case. It's always better to be safe than sorry, so you've got something that you can kind of reach out to if you need it. So as you're getting ready, getting yourself placed, remember, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, it really helps me out, and you can give it a thumbs up to help improve the availability of finding this in a search. All right, let's begin with just an easy warm-up. We're going to shift over to one side, lift a heel, shift over to the other leg, lift our heel. So while we're doing this, we want to think about scooping our belly up underneath our ribs, drawing our shoulder blades down toward our hips, and just keeping ourselves tall, beginning to find something a little ahead of us in the room that we can focus on. I would say something that's not moving, but while we're moving, it probably is sort of moving. So when you're ready, begin to lift up and maybe come to your toes. I'll steer this way. So this is just an easy shift side to side, and if you're feeling it, take it to a full lift. Be careful. This is one that might be good to do behind a chair. So let's go ahead and shift over to one side and hold. Again, toes down if you need it. There are always ways to modify these exercises as we need to. Shift it over, and again, you can hold onto a wall or toes down. All right, let's bring that back. Shake that out. All right, so we're going to take it to a rock forward and back on our feet. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a workout today. Our ankles play very big into our balance, so we want to work on strengthening them, not just the usual lifting the heels, but lifting our toes as well to strengthen the front muscles of our ankle. And let's take this to a little bit of in and out. Okay? And many of you all know that I fractured my foot a while back because I stepped on something and twisted it really far. But I think it would have been far worse if I hadn't been used to doing these exercises. So let's do a little stretch here. I'm going to keep it a little smaller on this side. And then we'll do an inner stretch. And I can go bigger on this side. I should have started with that one maybe. There we go. So as always, we also want to listen to our own bodies about what we do and how much of it we do. So let's go back to that front side. We're going to balance on one, and then just keep the heel of the other down, stretching that toes up as far as we can get them. And let's do the other side as well. We want to keep a slight bend in the standing leg, working those muscles in our thighs. All right, we also want to think about the muscles of our core. So stand here and just kind of let everything go, and then think about scooping the belly in and up, the lower back in and up, shoulders back and down. So you're going to notice this a lot more dramatically. Keep this tight, almost plank-like feeling. Shift to one leg. We'll keep our toes down for now. If you want to lift it up, go for it. But let everything go, and notice how that changes things. It's not as stable. So scoop, scoop, relax. Let's shift to the other side. And there's going to be one side, let it go, that shows us a bit more dramatically for whatever reason. Scoop, scoop, together and down. So let's release from here. We're going to take this to some pelvic tilts with a little difference than you're used to. So slight bend in the knees. If you need it, I'll have a link to some pelvic tilt exercises so you can really learn more how to do this. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take it back to that shift. So lift lifting a heel with the pelvic tilt. So you get a bit of a core workout in today too. Never hurts to work our core. And I know how much most of you all like core workouts. So here again, start to take it and maybe lift the foot. Remember, crunches through our abdominals. All right, so let's crunch it forward and hold. See how it's a little different when we're crunching into this. A lot more going on. Let's come back up. Tighten it up and just lift. We keep the toes down. See how that feels different? Shift over, keep it tight. Shifting over or not. Shake it out. So let's try something a little different here. We're going to take one foot right in front of the other, like toe to heel. Slight bend in our knees. We want to engage our legs. Scoop, scoop, roll. So let's just see how that feels. Let's switch sides. Whew. A little more challenging on this side for me. All right, relax from that. We're going to look at the same thing. This one in front. Heels to toe. Scoop. Woo. So it's going to be a little challenge to our balance. I told you it was going to be a workout. We're going to take it to a little squat. So again, make sure you're near a wall. If you need it, have a chair handy. Ooh, let's switch the other foot in front. So make sure you feel stable first. Have that place that you're staring at, something to hold on to. And maybe just stay here and work on this. Or try the squats. And it's very normal to have one side that's better than the other. I think that fracture is still messing up my foot a little bit here, but that's life. So we learn to adapt, modify. Okay. So let's step out wide and just take a forward fold here. This is just a relief through the legs. We can even shift side to side. You don't have to go as far forward. And if you got a chair here, you can hold on to it. All right, let's bring that up. Walk it in. So shake that out. We're going to look also, make sure you're near a wall, at how our vision affects our balance. So we're going to kind of hit everything that affects our balance. So let's go back to that one foot toe to heel. And again, make sure you're holding on to something. Let me get over here. This is only if you're comfortable. Perhaps closing your eyes for a second or two. Hopefully with both feet down. It's not so bad. But please do open your eyes when you need to. Let's try the other foot in front. And you don't have to do this. It's just an option for those who've been practicing balance a long time, to take away that visual anchor. If you wish. Okay, we're done with that. So let's go back to some more working out. Holding on to the chair or the wall, we're going to take those pelvic tilts a little further if you wish. So we're going to go back to the pelvic tilts where we're letting the tilt lift our leg. But this time, instead of bringing our foot back down to the floor, just keep doing that if that's what you need to do. But if you choose, we're going to stay on one leg and try to do this without touching the floor. Remember, it's all in the hips, all in our pelvis Let's switch legs. Let's do it a few on both for a moment. Then we're going to switch. And you see, walls are good. They really help. All right, let's take this to a cat and cow stretch. So we're going to take it to a cat or camel stretch. Holding here with some deep breaths. And then we're going to tilt it all forward into our cat. Again, breathing. Let's open it up one more time. And let's roll it up. Shake it all out. So what we're going to do now is step 1 foot forward, but instead of heel to toe, we're going to separate about the distance of one of our own feet. But we are still going to be like we're on a balance beam. Now, as we get into the movement that I'm going to add here, if you feel more stable, go ahead and separate your feet a little bit. You can even go to the full hip distance if that's better for your body. We're going to be moving side to side, so you're still going to be challenging your balance, working your core. It just won't be as scary. Because here we go. On the balance beam, we want to keep a slight bend in both knees. We can start with hands on our hips or holding onto our wall or chair. I'm going to keep mine down like this, like I'm pushing down to the floor. Keep the movement small, working our obliques here, but also working the inner and outer thigh muscles. And just for those of you, I know at least one of you likes the technical terms, our abductors and our adductors. All right, let's release from that. Whatever way works for you. And we're going to do the other side. And as usual, most of us start with our better side. I think I've been doing that too. So let's see what happens. So hands wherever you need them for your balance. You can actually do this with a chair on each side. So you can come down and touch the chair, touch the back of the chair. We're still keeping everything scooped. Not doing so bad this time. All right, let's bring that up, shake it out. Now let's just rock back and forth on our toes and heels again, working on that strength. And just for fun, walk around on your heels a moment. This is just giving us a little bit of a stretch. This is also working our bones a little bit. If you do not have osteoporosis yet, this can help with staving that off. All right, shake that out. So let's go back to a bit wider this time stance. Hip distance or in wherever you're comfortable up to balance beam. So this time we're going to do more of a lunge. It's going to be kind of like our warrior one, so don't step back too far. Front leg, knee over the ankle, back leg straight. So balance beam, if you can get there, but any variation in between. You can even do warrior one with that back leg turned out a little bit, but it's going to be better if it's turned forward. All right, we're going to take our arms up in front and we're going to twist. So the key is to keep our weight on both feet. Keep that back leg strong. We're working through our obliques, so this is turning into partly core. Let's hold here, and then we're going to switch. So again, keep it hip distance if that's better for you, both feet forward, or bring it in any amount up to directly behind the other. Front knee over the ankle, back leg nice and strong, basically straight but not locked. And here we go. Make sure we keep breathing. let's bring that back in, shake it out. We're going to do a stretch now, which you can do without holding on or hold on to something. We're going to take it to a pointed toe stretch where we stretch the top of our foot into the front of our ankle. Now let's switch it. So let's bring this back, and we're going to shift over, toes down if we need to. Let's take this to a stretch. So we can do this with the foot up, holding on to something, foot down. Let's try the other side, however we need to do it. Let's bring this down. Let's take it back to that cat and cow for some stretches. Let's tilt our hips back, really shrugging our shoulder blades back, rounding this forward. Opening up one more time. And let's bring that up. So that is your balance workout for today with some core as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel and ask your friends to subscribe as well. Even if they don't want to watch it, I can still use those numbers. And it really does help with getting my video placed in the searches on YouTube if you give it a thumbs up, and even more so if you leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought of this workout, because I think it was a little different than what we've done before. Let me know what you think, and I can do more like this if you like it. See you next time.